I'm Ethan, 32, and I've been married to my wife, Lila, 29, for 3 years. We were together for 2 years before tying the knot. Lila is currently 7 months pregnant with what I believe to be our first child. But lately, I've been plagued by a gnawing suspicion. What if the baby isn't mine? Worse yet, what if my stepbrother, Damon, 30, is involved? Damon and I grew up together after our parents married when we were teens. We've always had a close bond, and he often drops by our house. 4 months ago, I began to notice something strange. Lila and Damon seemed unusually close. They'd often talk in hushed tones, then go silent or shift topics when I entered the room. I caught glances exchanged between them that didn't sit right with me, too familiar, too warm. One day, I came home early from work and heard laughter from our bedroom. I found them sitting on the bed, looking flustered. They claimed they were chatting about the baby, but the discomfort in the air was unmistakable. Around the same time, Lila started becoming secretive with her phone, always face down, even taking it with her to the bathroom. I brought it up gently, but she turned defensive, accusing me of being paranoid. I tried to brush it off, but the unease lingered. The timeline of her pregnancy also matched the few weeks Damon had been living with us while his apartment was under renovation. At our baby shower last weekend, Damon was there, overly attentive to Lila, offering her drinks, helping her sit, checking in constantly. When the guests left, I decided it was time to raise the issue. Lila, can we talk? I asked while she cleaned up. She smiled. Of course, what's up? I hesitated, then said, I think it would be good to get a paternity test. Her expression hardened. Why would you even suggest that? I kept calm, just for peace of mind. Medical reasons, even if the baby is mine like you say, there shouldn't be a problem. You don't trust me, she snapped. After everything, you dare accuse me? I'm not accusing you of anything. I just need to be sure. For us. For the baby. No, she said, turning her back to me. Absolutely not. That night, sleep evaded me. Her extreme reaction didn't reassure me. It only deepened my doubts. The next day, I reached out to her parents, whom I've always respected. I didn't mention Damon, only the request for the paternity test and her refusal. When I sat down with them, I could see something in their eyes, like this wasn't news to them. We love Lila. Her father, Tom, said gently, but we've seen signs too. And this isn't the first time she's struggled with staying faithful. My world tilted. She's cheated before? Why didn't anyone say anything before we married? Her mother, Karen, touched my hand. We thought she had changed. She seemed happy and grounded with you. We hoped. I felt betrayed, devastated. They offered to talk to Lila, to support me no matter what. I thanked them, grateful for their honesty. When I got home, Lila was waiting. Her face was puffy, eyes red. I know you went to my parents, she said quietly. I nodded. We needed help. They told me about your past. That's not who I am anymore, she cried. I've changed. Then why won't you take the test? It's humiliating. You think I'm a liar. I need to know, Lila. For me. For this baby. She didn't answer. Just cried. I packed a bag and told her I needed space. Please think this through. If you have nothing to hide, prove it. The days that followed were torturous. I stayed at a hotel, replaying every interaction, every clue. Lila called me constantly, crying, apologizing, then lashing out. Then one evening she called. If you won't believe me, she said, voice shaking, maybe it's better if I don't keep this baby. I was speechless. Are you threatening our child because I asked for the truth? She just sobbed. I can't do this anymore. I contacted her parents again. I had to tell someone. Tom and Karen invited me over. When I explained what she said, they were horrified. This isn't just about a test anymore, Karen said. This is about protecting an innocent life. They told me something else too, something I hadn't expected. They had planned to pass down a portion of their estate to Lila upon the baby's birth, a family tradition. But now they were reconsidering. She has to take responsibility, Tom said. We can't reward this behavior. We're with you no matter what. Together, we called Lila and asked her to come over. She arrived nervous and quiet. When confronted, she broke down. At first, she defended herself again, but finally, something cracked. Her voice was barely audible. "The baby, it's not yours." The words hit harder than any punch. I felt like the air had been sucked from a room. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she said through tears. "Damon and it started before I knew I was pregnant. I hoped the baby was yours. I was scared. I wanted to believe it. And Damon, I asked, my voice like gravel. He knows. He asked me to leave you for him. But I couldn't. I thought I loved you." I walked outside needing air. The truth was worse than I'd imagined, and yet I had known. Karen came out after me and placed a comforting hand on my shoulder. "What now?" I asked. "That's your choice," she said softly, "but you're not alone." In the days that followed, I filed for divorce. Lila didn't contest it. Damon moved away, disappearing from both our lives. Lila was left to face the aftermath alone. The final divorce papers brought mixed emotions, grief, but also relief. The deception was over. I had lost a marriage, but I had found clarity. As I walked out of the courthouse, sunlight warming my face, I felt like I could breathe again. The future was uncertain, but it was mine to rebuild, this time on truth. Let me know if you'd like this adapted into a first-person monologue for video or audio, or formatted as a short story for publishing.